Let's talk about something that feels a little bit like a superpower. That strange, almost magical ability to wake up at the exact moment you need to without even setting an alarm. Well, today, we are going to unpack the incredible science behind it. I mean, really think about it. You've got that super early flight, and the night before, you tell yourself, okay, I need to wake up at 5 a.m. And then, bam, your eyes just pop open, and you look at the clock, and it's 4:59. How does that happen? It turns out your brain has this seriously powerful internal alarm clock you might not even know you're using. Yep, this phenomenon actually has a name. It's called pillow talk. And no, it's not magic, it's pure neuroscience. We're about to break down exactly how you can command your own brain to wake you up on time pretty much every time. So let's dive in. Okay, so to really understand pillow talk, we first need to get a quick snapshot of what your brain is actually doing all night. And it really all comes down to brain waves, these different electrical rhythms, kind of like gears your brain shifts through, depending on how awake or deeply asleep you are. So, right now, as you're listening and taking all this in, your brain is humming along in the beta state. You can think of this as go mode. It's fast, it's active, you're engaged. It's pretty much your brain's default setting for getting through the day. Then, as you start to wind down at night, maybe you kick back, close your eyes for a minute, your brain downshifts into alpha. This is a much calmer, quieter state of reflection. You can feel the day starting to fade away. Now this next one, this is the key to everything. Just as you're drifting off into sleep, you enter the theta state. It's that floaty, dreamlike moment. And pay close attention to that phrase right there, high suggestibility. This is where the real magic of pillow talk is going to happen. And finally, you sink down into delta. This is that deep, restorative, out like a light sleep where your body does most of its heavy lifting and repair work. Your brain activity is at its absolute slowest. You're completely gone. So what happens when that blaring alarm clock goes off? Well, it rips you out of that deep, peaceful delta sleep and slams you straight into high alert beta. The car analogy is just perfect. It's like trying to go from a dead stop by shifting from neutral straight into fifth gear. It's jarring, right? But a natural wake-up is totally different. It's a smooth, gradual journey back up through all those states, respecting your brain's natural rhythm. So the question is, how do we engineer that perfect, natural wake-up call whenever we want? Well, the secret is all about hacking that magic window we just talked about, the highly susceptible theta state. Let's really zero in on this. In that drowsy, pre-sleep theta state, the barrier between your conscious mind and your subconscious mind becomes paper thin. It's like a direct hotline. Any instruction you give yourself in that moment goes straight to the part of your brain that controls your body's internal clock. And that brings us right to the heart of Pillow Talk science. We're about to connect all the dots now. The brain waves, that window of suggestibility, and your own simple intention. So here's the bottom line. Pillow Talk is just a form of self-suggestion, or what scientists call priming. You're basically telling your internal clock exactly what to do at the precise moment it's most ready to listen. You are literally programming your own wake-up call. And just to be clear, this isn't just some kind of positive thinking trick. It's a real biological process. Your thought, wake me up at 5, kicks off a whole chain reaction. It starts in your mind, travels through your nervous system, affects your body, your immune system, and your hormones. That's why scientists gave it that ridiculously long name. Psychoneurophysioimmunoendocrinology. It's a mouthful for sure, but it just means your thoughts can create a powerful physical ripple effect through your whole body. A really great way to get your head around this is to think about the placebo effect. We all know how this works, right? If someone truly believes a sugar pill will cure their headache, a lot of the time, it actually does. The person's belief and intention create a real, measurable physical response. Well, Pillow Talk works on that very same principle. Okay, so this is huge. We can prime our brain for a specific wake-up time. But what if we took that same principle and just kept going? What if we applied it to the rest of our day? It turns out you can use this same science to prime your entire day for success, starting from the very moment you wake up. One really powerful framework for this is the movers routine. It's a series of simple actions to prime your brain for a peak day. So you start with M for meditation to calm your mind. O is for oxygenation, some deep breath work to energize your body. V is for visualization, where you mentally rehearse your day going well. E is for exercise to get the blood flowing. R is for reading something positive. And finally, S is for scribing, which is just a fancy way of saying you write down and release any negative stuff that's weighing on you. Now, let's zoom in on that V for visualization, because its power is, well, it's absolutely mind-blowing. And this quote here comes from a pretty remarkable study that proves it. Okay, get this. In this study, scientists had one group of people physically sit down at a piano and practice every day. A second group never even touched the piano. They just sat quietly and imagined themselves practicing, visualizing every single note perfectly. The result, the actual growth of new neural pathways in their brains, was almost identical. Their brains literally couldn't tell the difference between doing something for real and just vividly imagining it. And here's another incredible example. One group did physical exercises to strengthen their little finger. Another group, you guessed it, just imagined doing those same exercises. And again, the actual measurable strength gains in both groups were comparable. Just thinking about it made them physically stronger. It's absolutely wild. So, from setting your own internal alarm clock to literally building new skills and physical strength, the evidence is clear. Your brain is always listening. Your thoughts and your intentions, especially when you plant them in that super suggestible theta state, are incredibly powerful tools. So that leaves one last question. Tonight, as you're drifting off to sleep, what are you going to tell your brain?